I am Jon De La Rosa. I'm an IFBB Pro.
We're here in Boca Raton, Florida at the Dragon's Lair. As you guys know, I've been training with Flex Lewis for this past season, and I've had a very, very successful season thus far. And it's only gonna get better. We're 8 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. Today, Flex and I are gonna be training arms, so follow along our workout. Hope you guys enjoy it.
I started bodybuilding at a very, very young age. My father was a bodybuilder as well, still competing at 58 years old. Bodybuilding was always some part of my life. When I started training more or less like a bodybuilder, or somewhere around the age of 13, 14 years old, where I actually started lifting heavy weights, it allowed for a great relationship with my father and I. I'm still very, very close. He's my best friend.
Okay. We're just getting into our working sets. We warmed up a little bit with the 20s and 30s. Now we're into the 45s and 50s. So getting in our working sets, getting these little pea shooters to grow a little bit.
Flex Lewis, what's there to say? 7-time Mr. Olympia, 212 champion. More importantly, he's a great man, a great father, great husband. For me, those far outweigh the titles he has. He's become family to me. Living here in Florida, I'm by myself. I don't have any family, I don't have many friends here. When I moved here, Flex opened his home to me, he opened his gym to me. Our relationship has flourished from there.
Come on, everyone needs count. Let's go. 1 rep closer. Drive it up. Come on, there's more. Up, up. And again up this, Jon. Come on. Up, up, up. Making it work. Squeeze.
So the first time I decided to compete, I was probably around 18 years old, 17, 18 years old. And it was a really scary moment, I remember. But I actually ended up doing really, really well in my first competition. And that's kind of when I knew that there might be something there for the future of bodybuilding for me.
That's it, Flex. Up. One. Let's go. Up. 2. Let's go. Last one. Up. Strong. Let's go. Yep.
I competed at the Nationals in 2009, got my butt spanked, placed last. And I remember going back to my room and just bawling. I was crushed because I had given it my all and chasing this dream of becoming an IFBB Pro. So I had promised myself that that was the last time I would never be in the first call out again.
Up. Okay, pick up the pace, pick up the pace. Pick it up, go, 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 fast you can. Fast you can, hit the legs and back up. That's it. Come on! Come on!
Went back to the drawing board, trained all year, came back the following year and competed at the USA's in 2010. I competed as a heavyweight. I placed second in the heavyweight division and lost to a very good competitor in Vladimir Sizov. 2011 rolls around, I hit the USA's again, and I got my pro card as a heavyweight. So, you know, it was awesome competing with all these great names and solidifying myself as an IFBB Pro.
Audio. Come on! No stopping, no quitting us. Come on, 2 more of this. Yes, 1. That's it. Come on, second one. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Okay, fast pace. Fast pace. Good now. Come on. Good.
Yep. Yep. Strong. Good. Come on. Okay. Good. I like to keep the blood in one part of the muscle. We're training arms today, but I want to keep the bicep engorged with as much fluid and blood and nutrients as I can. To me, never really made sense to bounce back and forth. So I like to just engorge the tissue we're working and then move on to the next one. So we're going to move on to triceps now and just blast away at the triceps and then call it a day.
Getting to the Olympia my first time, I actually made it in on points. I remember I'd done very well at the New York Pro. I believe I was 5th. Then I did Toronto Pro and I was like 2nd or 3rd there. It was my first year, it was my rookie season. I made it in on points, go out there, have fun, and live out this dream that I've been working so hard for so many years before that. I wasn't by any means going to the Olympia thinking that I was going to win the Olympia. I mean, you're competing against the best in the world. I was a rookie, but I enjoyed it. It was a great time. And more so, again, you guys will start to see that I'm a big teddy bear and a mush. It was incredible to watch my father's reaction. I still look back at, you know, some of the videos and hear him screaming and yelling and just going nuts, and, you know, seeing the excitement on his face and how proud he was, because that was a dream that he's had for a long time too. So it was an incredible experience.
Yes.
So you guys might notice we're doing this a little different than your conventional tricep push down. What we're doing is we're taking the rope and we're going real slow down. If you watch closely, we're taking about 3 to 5 seconds to push down, and then we're opening up as far as we can out at the bottom, and then again 3 to 5 seconds up. Doing it at this speed burns the shit out of the muscle. I mean, you get a crazy pump, and then later on you see the weight isn't crazy heavy, because we're not just throwing it around. We're really focusing on contracting that tissue. Later on we'll bring up the weight and just kind of move some weight as well, but for now this is great for, one, getting a great pump, but it also protects those joints, your elbows, instead of just getting under some crazy weight and throwing it around just to start. So I really enjoy these. Flex showed me these a while back, and we do them every single time we do triceps.
This year I got 2 pro wins. Previously, in the 7 years I've been a pro, I had 1 pro title. I have more second places than I care to tell you guys. It's a lot of second places. So I've always been right there, and it seems like I'm just knocking down that door now. I won a pro show earlier in the year, the Puerto Rico Pro, and then went back to back and won the Toronto Pro just 5 days later. Going to the Olympia now as a champion, you're bringing a different mentality to the stage. Now you're going to the stage, or I'm going to the stage, in my mind, as somebody who deserves to be there. Treading lightly, I'm not knocking anybody who's going in on points. I went in on points at one time in my career. And I think that everybody that steps across the Olympia stage deserves to be there. I just want people to understand that in my time, champions, the best of the best, only competed at the Olympia. You know, so people who won were competing at the Olympia. And I believe that it does play some kind of influence on the judges. I could be wrong. You know, I don't judge the Olympia, and I don't know the judges, what the judges are thinking when you walk across that stage. But for me, I sometimes think about it like, well, are these judges looking at me like, oh, he just went in on points? Or are they thinking like, fuck, that guy really looked great at the New York Pro or the Chicago Pro or the Puerto Rico Pro, whatever it was that you won. For me, I just feel more confident going to the Olympia, knowing that I beat guys and I deserve to be there.
Come on. Strong motherfucker, let's go. Yes. 8 fucking weeks, bro. Shock the world. Keep it moving. Keep breathing, keep fucking driving through it. Let's go. Come on! These half ones count, bro. These half count. Come on. Drive! Yes! Good job.
You know, in the last 2 years, I've lost my store, which many of you guys know, in New York, was called the Nutrition Locker. I went through a divorce. I lost the house that I was living in, my cars, everything. And I say that I didn't lose anything. I just walked away from it all, just because I felt like it wasn't serving me any good in my life at that moment. So I had to just cleanse, I guess. It's something that I just had to do for me to just kind of get rid of all the negativity and all the bad stuff in my life. So I ended up here in Florida, moved away from all my family, all my friends, and just literally picked up and started a new life. I wanted to just have a fresh start and get back to what made me happy. And for a long time there, it was very hard to understand what made me happy, because my identity was wrapped up in being a husband. My identity was wrapped up in trying to be a business owner and make it in that world, and trying to be a bodybuilder. And, you know, so I had to take a step away from everything and leave my family behind in New York, which, if you know me, you know that that was a very big deal. My family is everything to me. And you know, just start over. And it was the best thing I've ever done.
You know, see the crab like this,
Yeah.
come in like this, and then all of a sudden the shoulders come in. This is another shot, might look good for you. Come in and stop right there. So it's still showing your shoulders wide.
Yeah.
I want to see if that works. But suck in from you. And then you can go back into your conventional way. Yes. See that top line of belly button?
Yeah.
That's exactly right there. Because down here, you're throwing it up here. See how much my arms?
Yeah.
Even if you try to stay wide, you'd still have to lift your chest up.
Good dog.
Yes. Much better.
I wouldn't have made it this far without the support of, you know, a lot of people, a lot of people. My family, my friends. As hard as it was for them to watch me go, they were all 100% behind me, knowing what the greater purpose was. My sponsor, Betancourt Nutrition, Muscle Leg. I'm very fortunate to have these people behind me and pushing me and wanting the best for me, including, again, like I said, my family, my friends, Flex, Victor Martinez, Juan Morel, just Marco Rivera, all the people that I left behind in New York that are just cheering me on.
What I want you to do is I want you to check in with me in the morning again. Let me know what your weight is.
Okay.
I will tell you the game plan then for the weekend, but just be prepared that you're definitely going to be going high carbs at least one day.
Okay.
All right, maybe two, being in Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And you are going to be doing a cheat meal.
Okay,
All right,
Coach.
John?
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You guys are gonna get some really cool content coming to you guys. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel, to David's Instagram page, My Type Productions, Flex Lewis's page, Dragon's Lair page. Everybody, just stay tuned, man. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff coming your ways. We got 8 weeks to the Olympia, so we're gonna get some good footage out to you guys. Take it easy.